Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing Jazwares Endo series Freddy Fazbear. Now, some of you may already be able to tell, but they both have different colored eyes right here. I'll bring it a little closer. This guy's got blue, this guy's got a purplish pink. And that's because, for today's review, I'm going to be using Bonnie's endoskeleton to help me show off Classic Freddy. Because those of you that have these know that these are a pain to put the pieces back on. It takes me like 10 minutes just to put a whole different suit on. But I figured I'd address that. But let's get to the review. So let's start with Classic Freddy. As you guys know, if you play FNAF or even watch it, this is the Freddy from the first game. So, the one that has only Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy in it. And then, obviously, Endo 01 as an Easter egg and Golden Freddy as an Easter egg. So, overall, it looks really, really nice. Like, if you compare it to the game, I will say it is a little brighter compared to the game. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but he's pretty orange as the figure, but I don't mind that too much. We got some little articulation on his jaw right here to make it open and close. Another problem I see people have is actually with the eyes right here when they have his eyes in there, but they made it come really close. Like, if you look at the OG Freddy, he's got quite a big gap around his eyes. Makes it a little darker and a little more menacing, but I don't mind it too much. I see why people would, though. It is a pretty big difference. We go down here. You can see he's got his two-tone colored feet. Looks pretty nice. We've got some knee articulation. It's actually really well for how bulky of a figure this is. Got some foot articulation right there. Obviously, we got some articulation at the thigh. Goes out like that. If you want him to look kind of cursed. Looks a little taller. He's also got some shoulder articulation right here. He's got some forearm articulation and some wrist articulation. Now, another thing with this Freddy is, I don't know if it's just mine or what, but these joints were incredibly tight. And it was mainly just the hands, but I thought I was going to end up breaking them just trying to get them to bend. Luckily, I put them in some hot water to loosen it up. So, it's pretty good overall. I really do like this figure. For those of you that don't know, it is a $25 figure. It comes with the endoskeleton and then the two Freddys that you can put different casings on, so you have two different figures. That is a big thing I wish they would release, though, is like maybe little $10 endoskeletons, so that way I don't have to use Bonnie's endoskeleton to review Classic Freddy today. But let's move on to Withered Freddy. So here is Withered Freddy. And I really like the look of him. For those of you that don't know, he is from the second game, which actually takes place before the first game. And this is basically a broken down version. They used this Freddy to actually create the original one right here. But besides that, let's get to his articulation. So he's got some jaw articulation right there. And you can see it kind of gets better, like I was saying, how he has like a big gap around the eyes. It gets a little better on the Withered form, but not by much. Come down here. You can see his feet are a little different. He doesn't have that stripe down here. And you can just see he's all withered. That's why he has the name Withered Freddy. Pretty obvious, but overall, it looks pretty nice. In the games, though, he was always the least withered animatronic. It was between him and Foxy. But personally, my favorite animatronic is Withered Bonnie, which I will be reviewing him soon, since I'm sure you can tell I have his endoskeleton right here. So a review for Bonnie will be coming soon. Because, I mean, Bonnie was always my favorite animatronic out of the main 4. So, you come right here. He's got the knee articulation. And the same thigh swivel type stuff articulation. He's got his elbow articulation goes up like that. Forearm right there. And then the wrist. See, this is what I'm talking about. Mine is just incredibly hard to move around. And I don't know if you guys that have one is like that, but mine just happen to be. I mean, it's not too big of a problem when I have them just displayed, set up on a shelf. But, I mean, if I'm trying to pose them around and mess with their hands, it's definitely a bit tight. And as you can see, he's got some withering on him right here. On his orange, it's like a light orange belly, but he's got some brown withering. Some on his muzzle right there. I mean, overall, it's a really cool figure. I really like it because I've been a FNAF fan forever. So, I think Jazwares is doing great with these new figures. And eventually, I will have a review come out for those of you that have seen the Vault exclusive. I was able to pick up the Shadow Freddy, so I will definitely be doing a review on that soon. As well as the Bonnie. Overall, what do I think about the figures? Do I think they're worth $25? Well, I'll put it this way. If you are a FNAF fan, I think this is an easy yes. If you're a FNAF fan, you should probably already have these. Unless, obviously, you can't find them. I really like the concept of having one actual figure and then you just put a casing on it. But that's also where my problem comes in. Is the fact that they're not selling Endo skeletons just by themselves yet. So I do hope they eventually do that. Because, I mean, overall, it's not terrible having to use a different one. But, like, their eyes are different. And, you know, it's just... It'd be nice if they could release the Endo skeletons. Maybe for, like, $10 a piece. But, overall, for $25, I think it's pretty worth it. It's pretty good quality. Mine does have a little bit of quality control issues, but it's not terrible. I can deal with it. Overall, I definitely think they are worth the price. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.